Hey Nuggets. So yeah, I've been recording and my phone has been glitching. So I try to take those as signs that, messages either are too important to get out or my energy is so high, my frequency is so high that I'm cutting things off. And that's happened to me before. But yeah, I've been doing this spiritual journey and sharing my spiritual journey and reading tarot cards and oracle cards and channeling. Pretty solid. It was a decision probably 3 years ago. Started posting. Um, but in my journey, I have realize and recognize that if it's not drama, if it's not chaos, if it's not competition and backbiting and jealousy and greed and all of the negative things that a lot of us deal with every day, those things are repeated. Those things are cycles, and those things are the things that people gravitate to. And yes, it's because we feel a resonance, but when do we stop wanting to feel the connection of resonance and people agreeing with us and people going through the same thing as us, and get off the wheel? When do we say, okay, I appreciate people going through the same things that I'm going through. How do we get off this wheel? How do we stop this? How do we change? How do we create a new pattern? And creating a new pattern is something that a lot of us don't want to do or don't know how to do. The majority of it is we don't want to do because it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to look at yourself and look deeply at the things that affect you and why they affect you and how you react and how you feel about things and how you want to, if you want to grow and get through and get past these things to get to something else. And I really want to. I really want to. And I really try to do that with the information that I share, the gifts that I have. I have been in. It is hard for me to claim these gifts because I don't really recognize them as gifts because it's something that's natural, that's come to me naturally. I have always been able to tap into the other realm. I have always been able to hear from specifically my great grandmother. I've always been able to hear from her. And as I've gotten older, people, shied away from me or told me I was crazy, or not necessarily said I was crazy, but gaslit me and didn't want me around because I saw things, because I asked questions, because I was inquisitive. Even, and this is no dig at her, but even my own mother, at a very, very young age, would send me to my great grandmother, and I was cared for and I was prayed over, and I learned a lot from my granny. I learned a lot from her, but in that, I was very secluded. I was very alone. I had no one my own age for a very, very long time around me, even though I had cousins, I had siblings and, other family that were my age to be around. But I believe because I was so beyond my years that it was hard for a lot of people to even be around me. And now it's worse. Now it's worse. Now I have to learn that being alone is not a bad thing, because I cannot physically, I cannot emotionally, spiritually be around certain members of my family because their energy draws mine, or their energy is draining. And of course now the people upstairs want their children to be up there stomping and twirling and whatnot. Hold on, guys. So yeah, I just want us all to be mindful of how we are and why we are the way that we are. Are there things that I would like to have changed? Yes, absolutely. Because I care for and feel so deeply for those who are around me, for those who are my family, not just my blood, but I want to be included. But at a lot of things I can't even include myself because of principle. There are people in my family that I've had conversations with, that I have explained things to, that I've said things to, and asked, hey, or said, hey, this is how I am. And I understand that is how you are. So I am going to allow you to be you. Fine, great, that's who you are. However, the same respect needs to be given to me. And if I don't get that same respect in kind, throat chakra, if I don't get that same respect in kind, why is it that I am expected to just grin and bear it? Why is it that I have to be the one to keep the peace because someone else's feelings will get hurt, but they don't adjust themselves to mine? So now that I've come to that place in my life where, yes, I am okay with my feelings being hurt from walking away from someone that I love. I've had to do that a couple of times in my adult life, especially here recently, and allow them to be who they are. And when I say it hurts, I mean it hurts. It hurts my feelings. It hurts my soul that I have to distance myself from people who are not capable of seeing their actions and wanting to repeat a cycle that I don't want to be on. I have been repeating a cycle with certain family members, and it's difficult for me because this is family. These are supposed to be people who love me. Having these same repeated cycles over and over and over again. And I don't diagnose anyone, but I do know hurt, and I do know pain, and I do know depression when I see it, because I've gone through it. I am a survivor of it. So I know what those things look like. And it's not just, anytime you have gone through something, you're not just, it's not just in your past. You live with the lesson of a thing. And living with those lessons every day, I see them. So I try to anticipate the pattern and don't anticipate the patterns anymore. I let people be who they are and go by what is going on in that instance, in that second. From this point, I'm trying to, that is my goal. I will say that is my goal, is working through those kinds of places and spaces where I'm triggered by something that someone is saying in front of me, but it's something that happened in the past, and trying to break the pattern of reverting back to what I would do in the past and changing that. I have become so much more vocal when it comes to saying no to things and people, and being okay with getting back with people. I used to didn't do that. I used to be the person that knew I was right, knew I would be right in the situation, but because the other person's ability to emote stronger than I was so great, I would concede and allow them to, I guess, you believe that they won the situation. And in me doing that and me holding back my words and my feelings and my emotions, they trained me to allow them to get over on anything that they wanted from me, because they thought that I was quiet, meek, and docile and weak. And in actuality, I have found that the people who are the most rah-rah, the people who are the most animated when it comes to anger, when it comes to their feelings being hurt, are the people that are the most scared. Those are the people who have the most fear, who do the acting out and the big display of emotions to, quite frankly, frighten people away. That's what a lot of animals do. They, what's the little lizard with he looks like a dragon. He's a little thing, but he puffs himself out so big to make himself look bigger, to scare people away. And that's really what I believe a lot of hurt people are doing. So I understand. And just because I was that type of person, that kind of understanding person, I just allowed people to do them without being fully me. And that's not something I want to do anymore. So I am getting off of, I'm getting off the wheel. There are a lot of people right now, I am 100% sure, are hurt by my choices and by my decisions to step back and distance myself, because they too have done that to me. They have distanced themselves and pulled themselves back. So I do not match energy, I match effort. So in doing that, I'm sure that makes me look like a bitch. And I'm okay with being the villain now. I'm okay with people looking at me and thinking that I'm mean. I'm okay with people thinking I'm too serious. I'm okay with people thinking that I think I'm better. If that's what you believe about me, then by all means, you have the free will to believe that. Does it make it true? No. But that is your perspective. And I allow that. I allow your perspective. If you think I'm mean, okay. If you think I'm a bitch, okay. If you think I'm nice, okay. If you think I am magic, that's okay too. That's your perspective. What I believe and think about me is solid. However, on any given day, I am a plethora of feelings, thoughts, and emotions, and I allow those. I allow those things. Um, I used to try to hide it, and I've never been able to. I've never been able to hide my feelings. I've never been able to hide my emotions, especially on my face. So if you think I'm mad, yeah, I am. If you think I'm mean, yeah, I am. What are you going to do about how I feel? Can't do anything about that. Just like I can't do anything about how you feel. But what I will do is give grace. I will give grace, but I will not allow access. That does not mean that I don't love, don't want the best for. That doesn't mean that I don't pray for you. That doesn't mean that I don't pray that God helps you and does whatever it is that you need in your life. But that does mean that for me, I'm okay. And I would rather be in a state of disharmony and upset and hurt because of a choice that I made to stay away and have some semblance of peace in my environment, rather than going and being around people who don't hold the same respect for my feelings, my peace, my emotions, and my life. So for and to whomever might hear or listen to this, by all means, live the life that is fulfilling for you. Go where you are respected. Because love does not equal respect. It doesn't. You can love a person. So people say that they love people all day long, and they will go out and cheat. They will lie. They will steal. They will belittle and betray. But they love you. I would prefer respect over love, and I get that now. I get that now. And you can call that masculine energy, you can call it whatever you want to, but I have had people who say that they love me break my heart. I have had people who say that they love me break my soul and break my spirit, which meant to me that they had no respect for me at all. So go where you are respected. And if people cannot respect you, leave them where they are. I am going to leave this here. I hope this helps somebody. I hope you catch a word. At the very least, by all means, just take from this that you are loved. If it's from no one but yourself, find a way to do that. People outside of you are going to do whatever it is that they're going to do. Let them. Let them. If they cannot respect you, they cannot love you. And if you cannot be respected, why would you want to be around anything of that nature? I love you. I love you from my soul. And I send you all blessings and light. Take care.